Hi everyone and welcome to our final installment. This is where Hollywood Hills and Live-X brings you show number 3 from round number 4 of the GXCC tour for 2020. Rysmierbult. For the support class guys and girls, this is your show.
For the Pro-Am OR1 Big Bangers, it's been Jaco Janse van Rensburg super strong, but this time around an incredible hole shot for the first time clear air for Christian Fick on the 717. It wasn't long though until the cream rose to the top. Janse van Rensburg running out clear air, trying to stay out of the dust. For the OR2 Big Bangers, the hole shot has been always about one kid, and that has been Jean Nebua, riding out of the Rubine Racing squad. But Dion van der Merwe has had his number the whole way through the season, and he was right on the wheel of his championship arch rival as the two headed out into the fields. For the OR3 Pro-Ams, Quinton Fenter waving the flag for the Fenter family. He saw clear air, stalled out a little bit, but still managed to come out of the hole shot hole in a number 1 spot, but he had instant pressure as the OR3 Pro-Ams gave us a massive gate of over 20 riders. For the WOW class, it was all about Anastasio Zahos. He took his Husqvarna all the way to the front and tried to stay away from the chasing pack. A couple of mistakes behind him gave him a 5-second advantage as he headed out into the terrain and the fields around Rysmierbult. And for our pink ladies, the moms, sisters and daughters who are always looking after the riders in the pits, this time around giving our Cancer Awareness Month the big highlight that it deserved, and it was baby brawler Renee that saw clear air, leaving the rest of the ladies just to enjoy the show. For our pink ladies, they went out onto the junior loop, giving them just under 15 kilometers of work to get the job done out there. It really wasn't about all the results, but more about the ladies just having fun and getting a chance to ride the tracks that their kids, husbands and sons get to ride every single race weekend. In the end though, we're going to highlight our top 5 races, where Carmen Lackmeyer walked away with a number 5. Liesel Barnard was inside of a number 4. And upside of the top 3 was Marika van Niekerk, Renee Wall in the number 2 spot, and Lindy Barnard credited with the win for our pink ladies, the one and only time they go racing with us on the 2020 GXCC Tour. Thanks for our pink ladies for playing the game. In the WOW class men's, with a gate of well over 20 riders, top 5ing it this time around was Bonnie Barnard Jr., showing that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But remember, his family history is all about quad racing. He's starting to show his form on the 2-wheelers. Ernie Scotts was walking away with a number 4 ride, showing out for our camera crew. And one of the 2 guys got a little close for our camera crew's liking. Lawrence Lombard missing his braking marker completely. Hello, Hollywood. Ivor Goos walking away with a number 2 spot, but coming out of the hole and seeing clear air definitely is the massive advantage in GXCC racing. Anastasio Zahos has learned this trick well and is starting to look like a key rider. We're expecting to see Zahos moving up into one of the Pro-Am categories, but at this round he saw the checkers and took the win in the WOWs. Here's confirmation of Zahos' win ahead of Goos, Lombard, Scholz and Barnard. Great to see the family name getting into racing once again. For the Pro-Am OR3s, the guys that race out of predominantly 250cc 4-stroke machines, Ernst Milan walked away with a number 5 ride, trying to chase down onto the back wheel of Nathan Godrich. Godrich, remember, is in the championship chase. This is one of his lowest finishes on the season, so clearly problems on the day. Up the road, cracking away into the top 3 was Stefan Smit, starting to become an extremely consistent rider. Obviously enjoys the flat out and the tech in equal measure. Andre Barwise has been looking good on a lot of the tours and starting to become a rider who could potentially walk away with a championship going forward into the next season. He'll need a little bit of horsepower as he's still rocking out on one of the older machines. And then a new winner on the championship tour. Great to see that coming with just a couple of rounds to go. Stoffelberger topples some of the best riders on the Pro-Am gate in the OR3s. Berger on the top ahead of Barwise, Smith, Godrich and Milan, with Brendan Berger a lowly number 6 spot this time around. In the Pro-Am OR2s, where the guys find themselves with a little bit of extra horsepower, the majority of these riders rocking out on KTM and Husqvarna 350 4-strokes. Number 5 spot was Mornay Kotze. Big Mig, Miguel de Silva, walked away with a number 4 ride after a little bit of a tentative start to the day, scratching around in the pits trying to find a spare battery. Jean Niebuhr takes his first beat of the season down to a number 3 spot that is going to open up the championship as we head to Delmas for the final round. For EMD Racing and QCon, Dieter de Vet walked away with a high finish as well here at the Rysmierbult ride with a number 2 spot and taking his first win of the season on GXCCs. It's been a long time coming for the CIT Husqvarna of Dion van der Merwe. The championship is not over yet. Van der Merwe confirms his first win of the season ahead of de Vet and Niebuhr, with de Silva and Kutzer rounding out the top 5. And finally, the big bangers in the Pro-Am gates. Nick Wells has been nothing but consistent. A couple of high rides. This time around, a number 5 will be good for the championship nonetheless. Jaco Jens van Rensburg, who's been tough to beat on the tour, had to walk away with a number 4 ride this time around. Everyone came out and meant business. One of the guys that really did as well was the Rooster. Rudy Vieira rocking out for the first time on his big 500 after years on the 300 smoker. The 500 definitely worked out for him. Clayton Allen, after a couple of years out of racing, taking a few years sabbatical, hasn't slowed him down one bit. Coming back into the Pro-Am gate, normally racing in the pros, but we understand he's getting his toes wet once again. He gets a number 2 ride, but it was Jaco Sanders, who we've seen coming on strong, certainly in the second half of the season. Brought it all the way to the flag and got his win at the penultimate round. Here's confirmation then of Sanders, Allen, the Rooster, Van Rensburg and Wells banging the top 5 in the Pro-Am OR1 Big Bangers.
So that is a wrap of Rysmierbult. Almost said Radium, but that of course was round number 3. This is a wrap of Rysmierbult, round number 4 of what will now be known as a 5-round championship for the GXCCs. Make sure you guys get your entries in, because Delmas, for the championships that have yet to be decided, will be the deciders and will crown our final champions in 2020. Me and the boys will be out there. See you on the line at Delmas.